This is a video review of this Propel 510 blender from Vitamix. This is the 510 series, which means it has the 48-ounce blending cup. That's compared to the 750 series, and can see it in the manual here. The manual covers both of them. So this is the 510 series. It's got the 48-ounce blending cup, and then the 750 series, which is different, has the 64-ounce blending cup. And so this is the smaller version. It has a couple fewer settings than the 750, but otherwise it seemed pretty similar. It's probably the same basic mechanics on the inside. Couple things. There's a power switch underneath here, and when you turn it on, you can see the blue light, which shows you that it's powered on. If that blue light is off, then none of the buttons or anything do anything, which is pretty nice. I've got other blenders that if they're plugged in, they're basically on, and if they're unplugged, they're off. There's some safety switches for other blenders, whether you've got the cup on there or not. But I like the fact that this has an overall, kind of like a kill switch, so that if my kids happen to touch it or something, it's now live unless you actually turn it on. So there's turn on. It's got a pulse option, pulse setting. You can, set a speed, and then, there's pulse it. You can also hit one of the programs and kind of hit play. What I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna make one of my favorite blender treats, which is a variation on it. It's pretty much the same as what's in the recipe book that comes with Vitamix blender, which is a nice book. It's got lots of stuff in here. If you've done this with your own blender, get test of a blender is to do this kind of frozen treat, frozen yogurt, frozen berry. Is kind of what they call it here in this recipe book. And the ratio is 4:1 frozen fruit to yogurt. So I'm not going to measure this out precisely, but I'm going to roughly do a 4:1 ratio and just kind of show you using the tamping tool and how it works with a frozen soluble berry mix. So first off, taking the top off to put ingredients in. This is a really heavy duty top. I like it. And I will, however, say that forming a complete seal, I've done some sauces where, the initial burst of energy from the blender can kind of cause ingredients to go a little crazy. This, I have had some ingredients kind of spray around the edges of either the lid or the measurer tamping hole. And so I don't know if that's operator error and in just not having everything closed up right. But it does feel like it's got a good seal. It's got this edge on it, which is where it actually holds it in place. So you've got to see that it's got an edge, and then it forms a seal around there. So it's supposed to keep the ingredients in pretty well, but I have had a little bit of slap with that. So let's go ahead and do this recipe. So it's going to be a 4:1 ratio of yogurt, 1 part yogurt to 4 parts berries. So now we'll do a generous dollop of yogurt. And if you read the instructions that come with this, it'll tell you to put the liquid in first, like the stuff that's going to sink to the bottom, and then the solids after that. So I guess I'll do a little bit of honey here, just also pro the recipe, just kind of, a little bit of honey there. Add that in. And they 4:1, so roughly, how much yogurt I add once. Outwardly. Batteries. 4. Okay. So that's not super full, but, it's a lot of berries compared to yogurt. Now this is going to get loud. I'm going to set it on the frozen treat setting. I may get the tamper ready here. Then let's see what happens after kind of one run of the program. So we'll give it a go. Alright, that's one run of the program. And take the temple out, kind of scraping only the edges here. And that. Alright, see how we did. Let's get us through. So, definitely a frozen treat. I mean, this is, I don't know how well you can see that, but this is frozen pretty solid here, and scoopable. I probably want to give it another run. It's not quite as smooth as I might want or hope or expect, but if you look at the picture here, it's showing kind of a scoop and a solid frozen treat. That is definitely the case here. This is still frozen solid, and you can see how it forms up, even just like the picture. So, no false advertising there. Got a nice frozen yogurt treat, and this Vitamix blender, no surprise. I mean, it's a well-known brand, and it's something that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a long time. But Vitamix does the job. That's it.